And everybody, and welcome to a very, very special episode of Smoke and Mirrors. This episode is brought to you by chickens and also brought to you by the roost to which they return. Do with that what you will. And now, here's a very special song. Damn it, I had a song. Oh, I got a song. Coming in the kitchen, almost half glass of ambition, then I'm coming down and come to life. Something like that. All right, there we go. And now here they come. Your inveterable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Hey, everybody. I know I'm supposed to do that. I can't. Listen, Joshua's cutting me a break. Tracy's cutting me a break. I can't. I know that I've been just smoking as soon as you see me. When I can't, I forget. And I see you now, and I love to say hello. Hello. Hey there, Bo. I see you. Josh in a chicken suit. He's not wearing a chicken suit. Josh, you wearing a chicken suit? No, I wouldn't call that a chicken suit at all. That's a peregrine, if anything.
Smoke them if you got them.
It's the magic hour. A little bit after it. 4:20 someplace. Not bad for Whiteman time, considering what we do. Let's see. Let's do some announcements. I'll chat first. Then we'll do some announcements, and then we will bring on our guest. And this is what we're doing. I'm a little disoriented. Few things going on. Hey, Sandy Pants, good to see you there. One of the things going on is that there was a justice, at least according to the very limited version and vision of what justice could be in this carceral system, was, and I wish there was better language for this, and this is part of their justice system and the problems with it, executed for George Floyd today, who was executed by the justice system. Anyway, it is, abolish the police. And it's good, I guess. I don't know. Carceral systems, does that help? I don't know. We're not moving toward justice. We're not moving toward healing. We're not moving toward wholeness. I don't want to do that with Chauvin. That's not my goal. Don't get confused. I didn't suddenly get a new taste for white people all over my tongue, and certainly not for white men's. But
I do from time to time.
Oh, this is so great. I knew that my guest was going to be excited prior to being on the screen, and I love it. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's my show. Yeah, so I don't got a particular flavor for it, but I will tell you this. I wish that the same could happen for Breonna Taylor. And I wish that we could find the 200,000 somehow magically missing black women who just disappeared. They didn't disappear. They were brought into sex work by police. Hey, it's a good day for me. Why? I don't know what part of this we're supposed to be covering or not, so I'm not even going to try. But I got, look at what I got. I got one of these. Oh, you could screenshot it now. Now I'm fucked. But I got one, And I got it because I got my second shot. And the song was dedicated because I got my dolly. I got my dolly. I got my dolly. I'm swimming in dolly juice today. So I hope you do get your vaccination. And if not for you, for the people for whom getting a vaccination is not an option because they are already immunosuppressed. Just do. Also, they're free. They're free. They're free. How am I feeling? I don't know. We'll find out, Kristen, by the end of the program today, I suppose. Tell you what, it happened. It happened at 1:20 this afternoon. So minute by minute, this was shot number 2. So minute by minute, I will say so far that the reports you have heard about the second shot, some are true. I'm a little dry of throat. Yeah, I will say the first shot felt like The Rock punched me in my arm. This shot, just gentle as a flower. I like it. Felt more like I don't know, maybe Dinah Shore punched me in my arm when she was alive. I didn't mean for that to be morbid. Hey, do you like what we do here? Well, go ahead and support it. There are so many ways you could do that. How could you do it? Well, the first, you're already doing it. You're looking at it. You're watching it. That's great. Hey, while you're watching it, you could leave a like. You could subscribe. You could leave a comment. You could do that any of the places that you happen to be watching it right now. That would be Facebook. That would be YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you could also share and start a watch party. Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe you want to lose friends or cull your herd. That could be a good thing to do. All of those things are free. If you'd like to support black business, hey, you could do that right now today too by going to Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App at $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham. And if you absolutely love what we do here, please do become a patron by going to the Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. Again, that is Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That is for the comedy. That is for the culture. That is for the blackness. Become a patron today, and you too could have your name scrolling right there in the Chiron if you are interested in such business. If you are interested in such other business, you can listen to an album that was recorded by myself and my very vaccinated lead vocalist, Darren Wallace. It's the release from Wallace called And We Ride. We are a great musical group. I'm the MC. I sing here for fun because I'm not allowed to do it in the group, but we're very good. Have a listen. Go ahead. Check it out on Bandcamp. Wallace and We Ride. That is what we do. We're going to keep riding. Let's get into some show or something. Today,
ASMR.
Little sip of coffee. Get us warmed up. Today, so many things. See you out there in Wallace. I see you out there in Wallace. Wonderful to see you there, my friend. Today, so many things. It is 420, which for white people from Generation X on is a celebration of cannabis culture. So that's nice for white people and beyond. For those who don't know, this is a day that came into celebration from a myth that either there were some teens in Southern California who celebrated and got together on the hill at 420 to smoke together, or that 420 was a call for marijuana-related arrest. That was the Colorado legend. These are both dumb. I don't know why we do it. I don't know. I do know this. It's also Hitler's birthday. So
Can they see me?
No, they can't see you, honey. Not yet. I'm gonna let you. You're gonna have a whole applause thing and everything. I'm looking at you on the side right now. I'm gonna go back and look at them again. Hold on. I was I was giving them a face for the Hitler's birthday. Hold on, let me give it to him again.
Mm. You know.
And unfortunately, if you're from where I'm from in Colorado, this is also the National Day of mourning for the Columbine shooting. This is the day of the first school shooting in America, and there, to my count, have been two more since today. So we're learning lessons. Or something. Also, too, it's marijuana day, so let's have a little bit more of that. And then we're going to bring... I'm not supposed to say that anymore. I'm sorry, that was racist. Cannabis day. I'm old! I'm from the 1970s. There's nothing I can do. You could keep learning. That's one thing you could do. You could not turn into a boomer who says shit like, I'm old. Let me say what I want to. All right, those are two things I could do. Fair point. Today, under the philosopher's tree, I'm going to... I'm here with a kindred spirit. I don't know... Neither of us quite. I don't know if either of us is exactly clear on what we're laughing at or how much joy we're having with each other yet, because we've not been in each other's presence or company for long enough for these inside jokes to be happening in your ears. But go get them. A creator, a multifaceted singer, a spiritualist, a healer. A former contestant on a shitty what do you call that, reality show. We'll talk a little bit about that. Hint: it's not the real world, so just relax. Kevin's not here. We're not doing that.
I'm here with a kindred spirit.
There we go. See,
Sorry, I was trying to share it.
Girl, it's fine. Go ahead, share. Not to us though, not to me and you. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm also introducing. I'm going to introduce you. So finish what you're doing. And that's all right. Here they are. She's amazing. And now I've just, of course, blanked out on the names of everybody. Of Tory N Teasley. I didn't know. MS. It's happened to so many guests. Hold on. I'm going to bring you on right. Joshua, let's take that back. We'll just cut that. Yeah? Great. And now, under the philosopher's tree, please welcome creator, singer, spiritualist, Tory N Teasley. Come on out here, please.
Hi.
Hey, family. They heard the applause. They hear it all. They hear it all. Hey, Tory and who? Who are we here with?
Oh, I'm here with Tiger Lily. She doesn't.
Tory and Tiger Lily.
She's a little shy.
Tiger Lily saying sort of hello.
Yeah.
Happy 420 to you. How are you living, my friend?
I'm great.
Yeah?
I mean, the sun isn't out as much as I'd like it to be on my side of town, but
okay,
I'm fine.
Making it
easing right on by. Got my nails done, got my hair did. What can I say? I can't really complain, huh?
Look at you, looking fabulous. I haven't had my nails done in so long. I can't wait to get back and get my nails done, Purdy.
Right.
It has been.
Take your time. I don't need any competition in these streets.
I'll hold up. Brakes pumped. Tory, let me ask you. You have been. I've had the privilege of hearing you sing. on several different occasions. You have been singing, I'm guessing, your entire life. Am I correct?
Professionally, only 8 years.
Professionally, 8 years, but
Yeah.
for this
Yeah, but
for
singing my
singing.
entire life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my mother's way of getting me out of trouble,
Oh
keeping me
yeah.
out of trouble,
What did
is
that look
that,
like? What did that
keeping me
mean?
busy with just the entertainment. And so I danced when I was a teenager. I sang in choir. I acted. And I just kept myself, she kept me busy, which kept me out of trouble because I was prone to trouble at a young age. Yeah, it was really fun.
At what young of an age was it a realization familially that getting you into singing and the theatrics of it all would be a better choice for
Around
trouble?
20, around 22, I realized that I should probably start taking myself a little seriously.
Okay. Okay.
I was a little late to the game, but I mean, yeah, I'm just journeying.
Yeah.
There is no need to, push myself any harder than I naturally am moving. Just got to go with it and live with it, enjoy it. Because, life is meant to be enjoyed. So,
Listen, ain't no dress rehearsals. This is it.
right. Yeah. So I show up to life every day, ready to
Oh.
go.
Was there ever
And
a
I do
point?
the
Go
same on the
ahead.
stage.
You do
I
the
do the
same on the
same on the
stage.
stage. A funny thing about performing is that I love this ethereal moment where I feel like I can feel the presence of all the energy in the room and feel the presence of people. And there's just a certain connection in that moment that has always been there. So that's the thing I'm most excited about as a performer is to, you know, connect with people. Yeah.
How close do you think you are to being able to be in a room with folks building communion through your art again?
Oh, well, how close?
How close do you think? Like, what are you comfortable with? Are you gonna do the all right? We'll throw up four tall boys and six couples and come on in with your masks on, or are you waiting for there to be space, or are you gonna create outdoor possibilities? What do you think?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and I've given it no thought at all.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I have not.
that's an honest answer. That is an
Yeah,
honest
that
answer. How?
doesn't mean it's not important to me. It's just that right now my focus isn't shifted that way.
Yeah.
My focus right now is shifted on creating more
Okay.
music. And yeah, I've gotten invited to perform in front of the UC Theater in Berkeley.
Okay.
Um, and I did that a couple of times before things have opened up as it is now.
In the before
But
times.
yeah, so that was once in, I think, November and another this past month,
Mm.
March.
Okay.
And so, yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's this underlying pressure to like do something.
Mm.
And naturally, I'm just rebelling against it.
Mm.
I'm actually just trying to find where the joy is and trying to find where the peace of mind is. And if having to try and create a space that is safe for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
feels anxious for me, which it does, I'm not going to, try and force that. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with the
Good.
flow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody else's job. I'm an entertainer.
That's what I'm talking about. If it's feeling anxious for you, how have you been dealing with whatever kind of have you been experiencing anxiety through this year? How has it shown up for you? How have you been coping with it?
Um, it's a day by day process. Learning
Yeah.
to lean with it, rock with it is how I like to describe with it, lean with it, rock with it. Meaning that there are good days and there are bad days.
Mm.
And then there's an acceptance that, I can't control things that are not in my control. So what's most tangible I can control is myself. And so how I respond to different situations and different people's and attitudes, and I notice different things, and I just keep my energy clean,
Mm-hmm.
just keep myself prayed up, and I remind myself of my purpose and focus in each moment, and that keeps me grounded, somewhat. And oh yeah, I smoked a lot of weed this year, definitely. And but outside of that, I'm just enjoying,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying the collective struggle of trying to create, you know, our to create our happiness in a time where we also need to be super, super aware about cleanliness and, um, you know, the different health
Yeah.
risks of everybody that we are around. So, but yeah.
How, as you're saying that, it makes me wonder how, because I did, as I don't remember if we were talking about this on mic or off, but because I was born in the 1970s, and because I was welcomed into the bosom of much of queer community through theater from a very, very young age. A lot of what I lived through in the 1980s was, I would say, failed AIDS epidemic, but I don't believe that that's true because I think it's very much more clear that it was intentional, the way that it was handled and mishandled for so many years. And I know that there was a period of time in younger queer communities when folks were just acting like we was just in a whole new world and it was whatever and we could just do whatever we feel like it, and if I want to put my stinky pee pee parts to yours, then what, I don't want to hear about no condoms and boop 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 boop. And now we're here, and I'm wondering what that experience has been like for you in terms of, right, like you're talking about the very exceptional care that we have to take with each other. How does that translate, if it translates at all any differently in a younger generation, do you suppose? And am I asking you something that you can't be responsible for?
um,
I know I
I
am
can't
because I
speak
heard it
for
fall out of my
everybody
mouth. Yes, absolutely
here,
not.
but what I'd love to say is that at the beginning of the pandemic, I did recognize that there was a difference in handling this crisis as opposed to the AIDS crisis.
Mm.
And although I was just a baby, I'm 30 years old.
Mm.
I'm going to be 30, I should say. Um, going to be.
Clarifying, going to
But,
be.
uh, so when I was born, I know that that's, around the time that a lot of the things were going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there is a sense of trust
Mm-hmm.
that things are going to work itself out.
Mm.
And that's it. That's all I have personally.
Yeah.
Is from the beginning there's a trust, but I also had to take a moment to recognize that we've had to transcend and evolve as people, you
Mm.
know. And I also recognize that, our elder queers have experienced something to which I would call it a level of trauma,
I
to
would
be
think that's
honest.
fair. We are traumatized people. That is fair.
And we also, should be a lot more sensitive to that. And but I think that we also should recognize our growths.
Mm.
And I think that in order for us to evolve, it's going to take that sort of awareness of each other, and not holding and letting certain things go
Mm.
sometimes, you know? So, yeah.
So
Because, I mean, shit
go ahead.
hurts. The hate hurts. Hate hurts.
Mm.
But love is so much stronger.
What is the hate that's coming to mind in particular right now?
I would say homophobia. I
Okay.
would say the racial tension hate it hurts,
Uh huh.
you know?
Yep.
Hate against those who have different experiences, things people hate tend to dislike things that they don't understand,
Is
you
it?
know? And all that hurts. Being on the receiving end of it really hurts,
Mm.
you know?
Mm.
So I understand the pain
Yeah.
because I also have to live it too. But
Yeah.
I'm also letting shit go and smoking weed while I do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I don't know if I answered your question, but I said a whole bunch of words. So pick
Listen,
apart
that's
what
all
you
this
need.
is. We're just playing word Tetris. That's all. We just playing word Tetris, just watching them fall. Just okay, maybe this be better here, maybe this be better here. I don't know. I don't know. We might get both ourselves canceled before this is over. Shit, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm high as shit.
Oh God,
Did you see the verdict come in today?
I did. I noticed that.
Did you tune in after? Did you hear from a friend and then tune in, or did you see it happening as it was happening?
Yeah, I seen a feed.
Uh huh.
I don't watch the news.
Yeah, yeah. How did they hit you in your heart?
It's new. It's
Mm.
brand new. That's the
That's why I'm
first
asking. That's why
time.
I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
That's
We
the
right here, right
first
now. We just did
time
it.
that we've actually, publicly brought some justice to an officer who was out of line. I mean, they're out of line all the time.
Mm.
But hopefully, this starts a pinwheel. This motion where we can just keep it going.
Yes.
Because sometimes there needs to be that checks and balances. Now, I'm just a baby. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about
Come on now.
sometimes.
No, you're dropping wisdom. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming
But
with
all
it.
I'm saying is that all it takes is once,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it can be done again.
First
And
domino.
I truly believe that we have some police officers who really think that they're just above the law. And
She said some. That was. I know. I know, right? Huh? No. Listen.
I'm a
She can be
positive
optimist.
thinker. You better leave me alone.
See? Did you hear that, Joshua? Shut up. Go
Okay,
ahead.
wait.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I mean, shit is real. Shit is real.
Yeah.
People's anger is justified. It's justified. But the shit is real.
Mm.
And change is real. Change is going to happen. We just got to keep on pushing for it.
Mm.
And yeah, I have nothing else to say except, it is what it is.
Yeah.
When you do wrong, you got to pay the price.
Well.
And we got to start saving ourselves from all these injustices in the world. So
Listen.
I ain't never been no politician, so you ain't gonna get nothing politically correct out this mouth.
I, I don't know how much of this you have seen in the past, but politically correct is so far from anything that we're even aiming at. I don't know how close. Just so because for me the thing is like again, right, the intergenerational traumas of which you were speaking earlier. Um, I was a young when the Rodney King trial and that verdict had come down in 1990 and two, right? I was 18, 19 years old then. And that was, I think, the first time that multiple rebellions had taken place at the same time across the country during my lifetime as a result of a verdict. So knowing the temperature now, I have to be honest. I didn't look at any piece of the last 2 weeks of the trial at all, and I'm like you. I found out on social news feeds what was happening today, and then went back and looked. It was it's too much. It's too much to take. It's too much to carry, and we've been paid for, and it for me carries the same texture as showing these black murders and assassinations online. Like somebody's gonna give a shit. Like we know what it is already. We don't need to be exposing this for nobody's little fucked up porn
And it's
experience.
post-traumatic. It becomes re-traumatizing,
Mm.
and it's like, shit, I'm trying to maintain my own dignity in these streets. I'm trying to maintain a peace of mind in these streets. And all you want to do is continue to show me all this trauma that I and my ancestors have had to live through.
And are living through. Yeah.
And are living through. And some of my brothers and sisters in some of these states who really live in a different type of world, I have to give some thanks. Because California, the Bay Area, we're a lot different out here, So, how was it? I noticed you don't cough when you smoke. Did you really hit it? Did you hit it?
Listen.
Go on, take another one.
I don't know if I should do that quite yet. Give me back two. Give me back two. Give me back two. Give me back two.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Seasoned lungs. That's all. Seasoned lungs. That's it.
How often do you change your bong water?
Oh, every smoke.
Oh, good. That's good.
Every smoke. Yeah. No,
I know some people leave it there for a couple of days. I think that. Ooh.
No. No, I'm grown. We don't. That's not how we get down here. That's not how we get down. No, that's a every smoke, certainly daily, cleaning the instrument, like clean every, I don't know, at least twice a week, really, to keep it fluid. But, again, it's also like, it's my medicine. It's not, I'm not a casual, at all. I'm when it's social, I'm here to do it. All right. Well, if that's what you're doing, what are you kids doing? Marijuana, you say? I'm here for it. But no, it helps with my MS and with my ADHD, with my what's that other one? White supremacist capitalist patriarchy. Very helpful to me with all those things.
Right. I'm just a social smoker.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? And by social, I mean socializing every day.
Yeah. see, see.
Yes, yes,
So
indeed.
creative process, creating. What is creating? What does creating mean to you? What is why creating things?
Well, it comes differently each time. There are songs that I create that are like basically words that have been taken out of a journal. And then I have some songs that just hit me, and it just kind of flows right through me. And I enjoy both of those processes. What inspires them are my experiences. Um, and I guess I'm on the part of my creative journey where I'm just actively seeking new experiences
Hmm.
to help me to fuel this creativity, to write something more. So I am in the process of writing some new things, but we'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
When you're starting to write something new, is there how would you describe or could you describe that moment when you lock into something and you know that, oh, okay, I gotta deal with this.
It almost feels as if I'm not in my own body in that
Mm-hmm.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels um, like everything else doesn't matter. Like I have to zone in on exactly what I'm feeling and hearing because I hear the words, I hear the music inside of me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so I recognize it to be something that I have to pay attention to, and I have to express it, and it has to come out of me, or else it kind of like messes with me,
Yeah.
and and so yeah, and within that, there are some nuggets of gold. I wouldn't say I'm the best writer. I'm a better performer than I am a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a better singer than I am a writer.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy the process of writing. I find it to be a very spiritual process. And I really get to connect with myself in that moment.
Yeah.
Finding words to describe your experiences that become relatable to other people, is a very interesting process. It's a very genuinely spiritual process,
Yeah.
because genuinely I feel like how I connect to it is a form of spiritual experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said all that right,
Absolutely.
but
Well,
it
you
was,
said
let's
it.
blame it
You
on
said
the
it real.
indicator.
You said it real, if nothing else. That's right enough. I mean, when you're talking about that feeling where the music takes over, the notes take over, the words take over, and you haven't an option, right? I
Mhm.
have to do this right now.
Yes.
Is that how is that experienced by your community? Chosen another. How when you are in a place or have been in a place saying that I've got to do this right now. How's that received?
Um, what I can say is received is a lack of being present in community, in my chosen community,
Mm.
because I am in my own world. And so I've spent a lot of time hermiting and experiencing and creating, and
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really shown up. So I could call myself out on that. Yeah, especially, I mean, the pandemic and a little bit before the pandemic, just a little feeling of introversion
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to be alone with my creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a little selfish. I'm a lot of selfish when it comes to me.
Well, I mean, but you don't have an option though, right?
It feels like I don't. It feels like in order for me to gain a peace of mind, I must express this creativity within me. And whether I share it or not is up to me,
Yeah.
but it must come out of me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also where else are you going to get your peace? Where else are you going to get your harmony, right?
True. I mean, music has been my saving grace. I had an anger issue as a child, as
Mm.
like 15, 16, like, and I had a music teacher who taught me. She was like, look, all this anger you feel, all that you have inside of you that
Mm.
you
Mm.
want to
Mm.
express,
Mm.
channel it on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Channel it into your music. Channel it when you sing.
Mm.
Redirect that energy. And and that's been my lifestyle ever since.
Listen, Terry, that makes a
So
lot of sense because I've heard when you sing, you are whipping notes at people like fastballs, right? Like these things, you're gonna feel it in your whole chest, in your whole face, in your whole spirit, right? You clearly are not playing, and there's a joy there, but there's a fire there too
mhm.
that I think is pretty undeniable. And what you're saying makes some sense. Where did that anger come from? And I'm saying this. This is just you and me talking, girl. Listen, when when
And the whole online has
eh,
watching.
no, no, she's like, why are you doing that? She's like, some piece of shit. I love you all who are watching. I really do. Yeah, Tammy says that you articulated yourself beautifully, and Bo said earlier that in talking about some of what you were talking about regarding the pandemic, it's a new kind of new, and that we're in a believe it when talking about the the conviction. It is new, but I'm in a believe it when I see it type mode. So there's a couple people here, but we're gonna get a
That's
little vulnerable. We're gonna get a little deep
okay.
because it comes from the reason that I'm asking this is because I recognize it. Okay, it's because I recognize it. I growing up, my mother used to ask me, "How come you never smile when you perform?
Mm.
How come you're never smiling?" And I wasn't, right? And I do now when I'm performing stand up, but when I smile, it's when I'm saying the wickedest shit that I'm going to say, right?
Call say some wicked shit.
Just some shit, just some shit, just some shit, just some shit. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I'm glad to be back on Facebook after 3 days in Zuckerberg's prison for black people who articulate that white women may or may not be the worst, and the slaying that took place by the white cop who happens to be a woman who's now running around saying that she mistook a pistol for a taser. Maybe that just is part of it. I don't know. I don't know. Shit like that. Anyway, uh, in saying such shit and in moving that way, I know that my performing came from a similar place, right? Being told and it being realized by my parents early, like, oh, you have a cauldron of rage. Let's take you to theater camp, which is an interesting choice for children with a cauldron of rage. But I think I get a little bit of what you're saying, but where did it come from for you? Is there a special someone who inspired the rage or something? What was going
uh,
on?
I didn't have the most easiest. Like, okay, there is a privilege in having a home with two parents,
Mm,
and there are also certain pains that comes with every privilege.
mm,
And I don't know. There was a lot of okay. I say I don't know a lot, but I do know what I'm talking. You know.
No, I know you
But
know. I know you know. Take a breath.
I don't know if I want to share.
That's fair.
Okay,
That's
this is
fair.
what I
That's
will
fair, girl.
share. I will share that there was a lot of pain that I had to go through. You
Okay.
know, and and just like wounds take time to heal,
Mm.
I spent a lot of time kind of keeping uh, alcohol on a wound or just keeping salt on a wound and
Mm.
just kind of addicted to the painful experiences. So I found myself in a cycle of suffering for a while.
Mm.
Um, just anger, just pure anger and resentment.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to save myself out of that. Um, and I had to learn how to do that creatively. Um, and this was before I even got spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't know that I spent most of my teen years, my life in my teens, not even smiling until I was called out by a medium.
Mm.
And she was like, um, I don't know why you don't like to smile. And
Wow.
it was uh, it was a very deep experience. I don't even want to share it because it's so personal to me.
It's okay.
But
It's all right.
we could talk about it later.
Yeah. No. 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 It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. I really don't like to spend too much time focused on the pain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have literally rewritten my story by rewriting me. You know, I am not what I went through. And yes, I'm a little rough around the edges, but I am exactly who I'm meant to be.
Okay.
And that I can stand in confidently.
Okay.
So that is that. I can't.
No. 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 No.
No,
That's fair. That's fair.
I
That's
don't want
fair.
to travel there anymore. Let's go.
Listen, we don't need to. I can I can uphold my end of what I had said in that I would share vulnerabilities in equal measure, or if you really are ready to just move on, we could just move on. We ain't even gotta fuck with it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I shouldn't. I should be a
No,
little.
no,
Let me
no,
hold on.
no.
Let me
It's
not
no. You
be
ain't. It's not
such
about
a.
above. It's not about above. It's not about above, right? Because it is. It is risk and vulnerability, right? And it is one of the things somebody producer Tracy, in fact, had shared with me yesterday or day before. We were talking about empathy. We are empaths. It's one of the things that she and I share in common, and that is born from places of great pain, right,
Mhm,
and great awareness, born of necessity, right, for survival,
mhm,
like being able to read the
mhm.
room very quickly and
Very.
assess, okay, who needs what in here for me to be able to negotiate my way through this, right?
Mhm,
Um, and for me, one of the reality, two of the realities were that outside of a very few people, including some who took great deal too many liberties with their knowledge of my insecurity. Very few celebrated me for looking like I look. The adults who did celebrated a bit too much.
mhm,
Um, the adults outside of my immediate household, I should say. And within the household, the vision of masculinity that I with which I was presented didn't wasn't one that fit or matched. Um, it never did, and being able to find places that not only recognized that, right, the need for empathy, the need for fast communication and being able to read a room, the need for being able to create, wanting to create a reality other than was mine, so that I could survive, right? Um, I think have made me a hell of an artist, right? I really do, and it has yet to be my experience. I hear that there are some very well-adjusted millennials who just went to different schools for the arts and they're just artists and that's just all they do. And that's not been my experience with the artists and performers in my world with whom to whom I can relate. And like I said, there's a weight and a fire in your delivery, in your tone, in your timbre, in your embouchure, in your presentation, that I love, I resonate with. Do you know? I truly the audacity with which you um, present yourself, or the divine feminine chooses to present herself through you.
Ashayo.
Um, the voice, as I said, the timbre, and even as you were speaking, there's a distinctive quality to your voice that I've not heard given voice in the Black community since Maya Angelou, quite frankly.
Mm.
And I mean that. I mean that. I mean that.
That sounds so like Maya Angelou.
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Joshua, can we bring that tape back, please? Can we run that back?
Who is Joshua? Is he cute?
He's a little bit cute. He's a little bit cute. Line producer sitting over in the corner. So no. I said that you sound like Maya Angelou. No, I said that there is a distinction to your voice.
Right.
Okay. When I say that, I know that there's this true story of Maya Angelou that she had once, in conversation with some of her friends, been talking about an advisor, and she had called the advisor, and the advisor gave her advice around a reading or a book that was upcoming that really resonated with her. And her team around her said, "Well, Maya, honey, do you think there's any possibility that maybe they recognized your voice?"
Mm.
You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, if anybody heard your voice, there would not be a question about, well, who is that? Who's that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what? That was my intention. I had an intention for that. Um, got it from my music teachers, and coaches. You know, they inspired me to strive towards that. You know, to build a relationship with my voice, to build a relationship with my body, to build a relationship with, you know, ultimately myself in a way that is creative. Where, I mean, truly, the problem that a lot of the singers from my generation had was that they were trying to sound like every other artist they heard on the radio, you know? And there was less people who were radical enough to say, I'm going to sound like myself. And I'm going to put in work to just learn technique and then be myself.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, no, and there's a distinction in authenticity. There's a distinction in authenticity. That's, I mean, that's really
Yeah.
what it is, you know.
Yes.
Uh,
I didn't spend 8 hours listening to Beyonce, on, repeat so I can copy her runs.
right. Yeah, no, that's
I
always
learned,
been a thing for me in
and I learned
music, right?
runs from classical music.
And well, you can listen, and it's good to learn runs from classical as well. But without doing what we do, right, as black folk, and then taking your classical instruments, crossbreeding those with our African
Mhm,
instruments and rhythms, voices,
mhm,
polyrhythms.
mhm.
You know, it's what we do, right? And I think what you're speaking to does speak to both the purpose of radio and the outcome that you get from it, right? I need a hit that sounds
Mm.
like the hit that I got. Can you give me one of those? I need one of
What?
those, right? So you have the Neptunes
Right.
for a decade going doop 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 behind every singer, right?
Mm, mm.
Um, and every singer is trying to out Aguilera or Beyonce one another, and
My Lord.
and okay, you know, all right, but what are you gonna do? That's cool.
you know, um, it is what it is. It is whatever it is. My focus is being sure that I am myself,
Yeah.
and recognizing that the more that I am myself, the more I inspire other people to be themselves. And that is what I think is important. You know,
Mm,
that's all I want. I want
mm,
people to just be themselves,
mm,
be who you want to be, which is
mm.
you the most.
Do you see yourself in given that, right, and given that you are a as you talk about it, I would say with the language you're using, uh
Who?
burgeoning vanguard artist, like on the vanguard, like right there, up
Right,
and coming,
right,
right,
right.
pushing things forward a bit. Do you still recognize yourself in the model or the mold of any artists who have come before you? Do you recognize predecessors?
I do. I didn't recognize. At first, it was a little hard to find myself.
Mm,
you know. But
mm,
then I found Sylvester. and
mm,
I remember, oh my gosh, my friend Jupiter knows. I don't know where Jupiter knows is, but I pray she's having a good time. And she introduced me to Sylvester, and she was like, "Girl, you just like Sylvester." And I'm like, "Who?" And she was like, "Sylvester, watch these videos." And I was like, "Oh my God." So, I mean, Sylvester is like a
yeah,
doppelganger.
yeah.
Except I have breasts. Because of the hormone.
Evolution, 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 evolution.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul.
That's funny. Yeah, I wondered, not just about Sylvester. I mean, there are a few different artists, but certainly as a Bay Area legend, right? Um, whether the status that Sylvester carries has traversed generations or not. And honestly, I had no knowledge, no take. Um,
I think it's a sacred feminine energy
mm-hmm,
that will exist throughout time and space, and it cannot be controlled.
mm,
You know, I see reflections of myself everywhere I go now. And I think the more that we have created this world through the image of love and acceptance, the more we will be able to see people express that energy more freely. Or I feel a little bit more inclined to express that energy more freely because accepting yourself is a choice.
It
Being
is.
yourself is a choice.
It is.
Being genuine and authentic to who you are is a choice. And unfortunately, not everybody makes the choice in their best favor, in their interest, for their best interest.
Mm. All of the above,
I don't know what I'm
co-sign,
talking about.
co-sign. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, without the guidance of, in particular, one of my own godchildren, um, even, especially, not even, as somebody who is of the generation that I am, it is taken until my late 40s, right, to get clear that I am a gender fluid, non binary person, right? That is not something that I had
Right.
clarity. All I knew is I didn't fit there.
Right.
I didn't fit there. I didn't have a I didn't have a place to go. So for my generation, that meant, well, I guess I could join choir, and I'm a thespian. So
That's very non-binary.
that's which it is it not, right? But in the 80s, girl, you don't
Right.
even know. I wish I could even describe. I'm glad I can't describe. I'm so glad.
Right.
I am so glad.
Who wants to relive that trauma? Go
Because
on,
what
let
I'm
it go.
saying is that she was able to help me find my freedom, right? Because I was doing a show, I was invited to do another queer show, right? And I was like, okay, I keep getting invited to do all these queer shows, but none of the
Right.
cis het people invite me to do their shows. What the fucks is going on?
Oh. What the fuck?
And Jordan was like, well, what do you think is going on? And I said, well, I guess I'm like the token cis het. Like, am I the Eminem of the.
You kind of
And
look
he
like
looked at
him.
me and he goes, so you still going with cis het? Okay.
Right.
And that was kind of it. That was kind of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Mm,
without the guidance and the mentorship of a younger,
mm.
because I don't know that we need that many more gay moms. I think we might need some gay children. Because my generation is not prepared. Listen, and to get to the boomers, my lord, and to be able to walk through the world with the levels of audacity and uh, fuck with itness that y'all do. It's all I can do to keep up, which is why I might still get my nails did anyway, no matter what you said.
But yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. Well, I mean, to be honest, what we gonna do other than evolve?
Look it.
Continue to transcend. Hopefully, we're evolving forward. But we that's only becomes an option if we choose to let it become that option, right? So,
Amen.
um, yeah,
Amen.
I didn't have a word to describe myself for the longest time either.
Mm.
You know, and I didn't even find out about non-binariness until like 24, 25 ish.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'll be non binary. But I always knew that I myself had a little bit more feminine energy. and it was just really suppressed.
Mm.
And there is something very, very of poor taste to have something within yourself so deeply suppressed, so deeply hidden.
Mm.
To walk around with a secret, ugh,
Yeah,
you
no.
know? And at this point, as I live my truth, it becomes very, very hard for me to interact with people and I feel like they're holding something from themselves. And I don't know. I learned to enjoy myself in my own time, my time to myself. Yeah, so yeah, that's that.
It is truly, truly inspirational. And I say this again, knowing the that this is one of the few areas
Mm,
where in the very short number of years between our generations that the chasm of experience that led to yours and then generation alpha being so incredibly free and whole within yourselves from such an early age. It is such, Tory, I can't even describe uh, how beautiful it is to see. And I thank you for carrying it with such majesty, um,
mm, thank you.
and with such exemplary spirit, and carrying that over into your art, and into your creation. And I know that right now, you as you shared with us, very much in the place of doing that yourself and holding it for yourself. I am so excited for the moment that you decide to share that with the rest of the world, and for these folks, and the folks in the world to really get to hear your voice. It is such a treat, and thank you so much for sharing everything with us that you have. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Carlos. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that had existed and that has ever happened before I even came into a thought.
Mm.
You know, I am grateful that it was for the suffering of those who come before me that I'm able to live in the freedom that I do now. I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful that I'm able to live at a time where I can still see and speak to those who got to live through these certain experiences that I get to enjoy now as at my own leisure, but at one time were only protests.
Mm.
Pride was a protest, you
Mm.
know, and and sexual evolution was a protest, you know, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. When I was in high school, I was able to go to gay prom.
Mm.
That made the experience of being, a homosexual in high school totally different. You know what I'm saying? I
Can't
had
even
the
imagine.
privilege
I
of
can't
going
even
to,
imagine.
I
I
went
have
to three
friends who would be
proms.
alive right now, girl. I have friends who would be alive. I'm telling you. I swear to God.
Wow.
Ah.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Sure did. And I mean, I have the beautiful elders to thank for those experiences because someone thought of us in my generation. And so it's like, we just have to continue the work, you know. The fight is a new fight. The fight is taking a new form. The fight now is inner healing that needs to happen. The
Mm.
fight now is a transformation of the mind and perception.
Come on.
That's the new fight. You know, no need to take up arms. Go get spiritual.
Mm.
So that's it. That's my message for today.
I love that message. That's a good one. That's a good one, girl. Thank you for being open and receiving it and sharing it with us.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you so much. And
likewise.
uh,
Like,
yeah, and this is the part where all of my very genuine sincerity starts to look crazy as I do the business of saying things like anything you would like for the people to check out.
oh, I mean, go ahead and check out my Instagram at Tory Teasley or my Facebook page at Tory Teasley. My website is going to be updated soon, kinda, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I've got some uh, things that I'm going to enjoy, and I look forward to sharing it with you all very soon.
Excellent. That's
That's
very
all I'm going to
exciting.
say.
Thank you so much, my friend. I'm not going to drag any of the spoilers out. I want to.
I just
No,
hate,
no, no! Don't do it! Don't do it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! You're doing it right. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. Let it cook. Let it cook. I'm bemoaning for myself. I'm bemoaning for myself. That's all. That's all. When you are ready, and whenever you have a thing to say, if there's something bubbling in your head, you know the deal. Reach out. Let producer Tori. Let producer Tori. Oh my God! Listen to my brain. Let producer Tracy know.
Mm.
Let me know. And
Got this coffee?
let's have a little sippy. Let's have another little sippy. Let's go ahead.
Mm. Delicious
Mm.
coffee.
Oh, that'll fix it right up. That'll fix it right up. Please let Tracy or myself know anytime that you would love to come back. We would love to have you. This has
Oh,
just been fantastic.
yes,
And
yes,
one of these
Pops.
times in the not too distant future, let's also have you back on here to maybe even do a little singing. What do you think?
Whoa, sounds
In the
like a
future.
plan.
In the future.
Of
All right.
course.
Thank you so much. Hey, beautiful people, please give it up one time for the beautiful, the Tory Teasley, please. Give it up. Let it be heard. Let it be heard. That's right. That's right. Yes, please. We're getting in the chats. Absolutely. And whenever you're ready, says the crowd. We are so excited to have you back soon. You got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay focused and stay on my best behavior to get it done.
Okay. Good. We're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that.
I love to take some time though
Got to
too.
take your time. Wind it up. Wind it up.
Yes, if
Uh,
it's up, then it's up, honey.
hey. Hey. Oh. Y'all,
Yes, indeed.
I have had so much goddamn fun today. This has been great. I needed this. I hope it served something. I don't know. It's a strange day. It's a strange day. There's a lot of going on in the energy of the world. It's all over there and it's everywhere. Grounding with community. Making some time and some space to love someone and to make that connection with someone made a little better for me. I don't know. Maybe reach out to somebody and try and make that connection for yourself and make it a little bit better for yourself today. Um, I'm gonna be back here Thursday. When I am, we'll do the thing we do. We'll do the thing we do. You look over here. There's gonna be all like little news clips. We'll talk about all the shit.
Mm.
We'll also talk about Falcon Winter Soldier. That's going to be exciting. I'm excited by that because am the sexiest non-binary blurred you ever did see. So that's going to be fun too. And what?
What's that?
Thank you for being here. This has been great. Thank you. This has been another Smoke and Mirrors. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, there's so many things you could do now. Go and go over to the Instagram, go to the IG, go and see me there doing the Smoke and Mirrors things. If you want to, that's the Smoke and Mirrors CCB. Smoke and Mirrors CCB, that of course is for the comedy, the culture, and the blackness. If you'd like to see some of the words and not necessarily hear them coming out of my voice, which I have been told is recently by a hater online, very feminine voice. Thank you. I thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you know what words mean, but thank you. Thank you. I think you meant feminine affectation. I don't know. Anyway. If you don't want to hear the voice and you'd like effeminate, right? Effeminate or feminine affectation. It's not a feminine voice. It's a baritone. What the fuck is she? Right? Haters. Anyway, if you'd like to read some of the words and you don't want to hear them because you don't want to hear my effeminate baritone, great. Go over to Twitter. Check that out at Caballo Negrito. Oh, is it? Thank you. Check that out at Caballo Negrito. Caballo Negrito for the monolingual amongst us. That means effeminate baritone. Caballo Negrito literally translates from Spanish to mean effeminate baritone.
Wow.
If you'd like to drop a comment, a question, a suggestion, do you have a thought about a guest we might want to have on Smoke and Mirrors? Go ahead and drop that to us at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That is Smoke and Mirrors CCB for the comedy, the culture of the blackness at gmail.com. This is an event that is hosted and produced by myself, Carlos Kareem Winham. This is also executively produced by the one and only Tracy Tatamy. Producer Tracy, great to see y'all up in those chats as always. All right, everybody. I think that's it. I think we did it. I think we did a show. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Stay inside. If you are outside, I hope it's on your way to get a vaccine. I just got the second. Wear a mask. Wear two when you come inside. Take them off, and the inside smells like fresh air. That says something about our breath. Anyway, we will see you here on Thursday. Why? Because we love you. Okay. There it is. That's a show. All right.
Do I hang up?
Yeah. No. Did you hang up? No, you ain't hang up. You right there. Okay.
No. Oh, do I hang up now?
Oh, you can if you want to. Okay, people. Bye-bye.